Hey guys, Braydoz here, and welcome to another Sims 4 tutorial. This time I'm going to be covering roofing inside of The Sims 4. Now, roofing is much more simple in The Sims 4 than it was in The Sims 3, but there are still some things that are quite finicky and some things that you need to know. So first off, you don't have the same amount of different roofing styles. You basically just got the four here. So you've got your gabled roof, your hipped roof, your half gabled roof, and your half hipped roof, and you can also do all of those on the diagonal as well. Now, before diagonals, you didn't really want to go anywhere near diagonal roofing. It was very difficult. It still is, and I generally don't like to use it, but it is much more simple now. So let's just run over some of the basics. We'll grab this roof here, or this room, sorry, and we'll try some of the different roofing types. So your standard gabled roof, of course you can twist things if you want. So if you want it facing that way, you can do that. You want it facing back that way, you can do that. You can move the roof as a whole, just like you would a room. Now everything is done by just clicking and dragging. It's very fluid, very simple. You just drag it to where you want it. Obviously this is very tall now, so all you need to do is just lower it down. There's no dials down here. You can lower the heights of the roofs individually now, which is very, very nice. It was not a feature in The Sims 3. I do appreciate that. You'll also see these little balls here. That sounded strange, but let's just move on. You can use those to sort of create these sort of roofs, like very imperial looking roofs. They were a different style inside of The Sims 3, but now you can just change any roof to do that. You can also have them up like that if you want to do that, so that is an option for you. We're going to delete that roof just by clicking on it and hitting delete. You also have these roofs, which are pretty standard roofs, to be honest. It's just that's just a normal roof. So that's there. You can also do the same style as we did with the other one, if that's something that you want to do, and of course it's just click and drag to change the size of them. Also, this is my favorite kind of roof. I think it always has been. It's just very nice. It allows you to create some cool styles. So say we want to drag it there. We'll lower that down, and then we'll grab one here. We click these buttons to spin it around to the way we want. Drag it up here. Drag it right there. And then you can. There's also on this roof, there's these little tools here, so it allows you to shorten the overhang. So if you want to get rid of the overhang completely, there you go. You can make the overhang completely ridiculous if you want to. At this point we're going to get rid of it, and then we will move this down, and then you've got a little roof style there, which is quite nice. See, you just got a little bit of a cool looking roof. That's why I like those sort of roofs. They're quite cool. Of course you can do that if you wanted to do something like that, or the other way as well. Looks a bit silly, but it's something that you can do, and it doesn't look silly if you do it properly. There's also the half-hipped roofs. This is good for going up against walls. So say we grab a wall here, and we, whoopsie daisies, we grab one of these and we place it right there, and you want a wall going up against it. You just grab this and drag it straight up against it, like that. Oh, look at that, isn't that nice? Lower it down, and then you could just have one of your normal roofs on top, like so. Obviously if you were doing a normal house there'd be much more work gone into this, but you know, that's just the reality of the fact that this is a tutorial, not an actual speed build. Get rid of that. Now I'm going to whip up a quick house. Well, actually, we'll show you the diagonals first. So of course you can go like that. So there you go. If you want a diagonal roof, very nice. Same goes for all the others. I don't generally like to use diagonal roofing, but I don't know. It's there if you know how to use it. I don't find it particularly useful, but sometimes, I don't know, it could come in useful. But I'm going to whip up a quick house and show you how we would roof it. Alright, so we've got ourselves a quick little house here, nothing special. But to roof this, what we would do is, first of all, we want just a standard roof on the top. So we'll drag this somewhere across here, probably about to there. And then we'll get something matching right here. And we'll want to merge those so they look like they're the same roof. A little something like that will actually lower those down because they're a bit high for my liking. So if we go down to, whoops, too far, about that level, that looks pretty nice there. We can also grab one of these half gabled roofs and grab them like that, lower it down up to about there, drag it along so it looks proper, looks like it's meant to be. We'll probably want one of these sort of roofs for this place, just so it looks like it works. It looks quite nice there. We'll probably drag these back a bit so it doesn't look quite as strange along the side, because if we drag it all the way along the side you're going to get that little lip along the edge, and you don't really want that because it can look a bit strange. We'll lower that down like that so it looks very good. And now for this roof, this is where things get tricky when it comes to roofing, doing things on corners like this. But what I would do for this is I would grab most likely a half-hitch roof. And it really does come down to trial and error 95% of the time. Just trying different things and finding what exactly works. Because me, I'm not a roofing pro. I'm really not. I'm not very good, to be honest. So I'd say I have a master's degree in roofing, not a PhD. So you drag that across there. Looks like it fits. Probably want to get it across there. It's going to be very difficult to do this, so some of the time you're not going to be able to get what you want, so you could probably just do that if you wanted to. We'll lower it down just so we can get some windows in above, and that's something you also have to think about, getting windows in above things. So now that that's lower, you can get windows there, and there, and there, and there, and then it'll look quite nice actually. That house doesn't look too shabby at all, to be honest. It's not too bad considering this is a tutorial. Now, something else that you'll do with roofing, well, that's a terrible way of saying it. Something that is new with roofing are these little trims on the roof. So if you want to get a white trim for that, you can throw a little trim. You can get a really big trim if you want that. Doesn't look too good, to be honest. But so if you want a nice dark trim along the edge of the roof like this, you can do that. It'll do it roof by roof, so it'll zone the entire roof part. And you guys have got yourself a little house there with a nice trimmed roof, which doesn't look too shabby at all. So that is just the basics of roofing. Just a quick little tutorial to let you know how to do it. I hope I have helped you, showed you some of the different roof types. Of course, you can just change the color of the roof if that's something you want to do. Pretty much the same as the Sims 3, only you do it the same as walls. You just click and sort of plop it on top there, which is pretty good. But thanks very much for watching, guys. I hope I have helped you. And until next time, as always, stay awesome.